Hello and welcome to your TRX workout for the day. Today we are going to do these exercises 3 times through. We're going to do 10 reps for each. A lot of moves that you've seen before. Watch your form, right? Form is super important when it comes to our TRX. I'll give you the cues that I can to make sure you are in proper alignment, and let's get ready for a great workout. So we're going to start with just bodyweight squats. My TRX is a little bit shorter than I would ideally like it, simply because of where it is set up in my room and where I can set up my camera. So you're going to have your TRX set up at a longer position. You want to start like you're going to finish. So when I come up from my squat, my elbows are going to be bent, my legs are going to be straight. When I'm at the bottom of my squat, I'm going to sit back and down, arms extended, and then I come back up to stand. Now remember, I'm not pulling myself up to stand. My arms are simply a guide. But what's nice about having your arms as a guide is you can sit down nice and low and focus on full range of motion, getting a mobility in the hips, the knees, and the ankles. Inhale down, exhale up, spine stays long, chest stayed lifted, knees open out towards pinky toes, and again, we're just doing 10 reps. Now from here, we're gonna move into a reverse lunge to a knee up. So again, I want to start like I'm gonna finish. What does that mean? I wanna finish with my knee up and my back leg, or my bottom leg straight. So I'm gonna go back into my lunge, knee up. Again, get down nice and low. Hands are not pulling me up. My front glute is doing all the work here. We're doing 10 on the right. Use the core to lift the knee rather than just the hip flexor. And then do 10 on the left. 10 on the right, 10 on the left, then we're gonna move into curtsies. So same thing. I want to finish standing with my elbows bent. So I'm gonna come back on the diagonal, bring the knee up. Back on the diagonal, bring the knee up. Hips are gonna stay squared towards your anchor point here. So we don't want to open up to the side. That's gonna do weird things to our knees. 10 on the right, and then 10 on the left. Make sure your knee is still following the toes there in that front leg. After our curtsies, we're gonna lower our TRX and get ready for some pikes. So when you lower, remember, you want the handle to be about in line with your knee and the loops to be about mid-shin. There we go. So once you have your TRX lowered to where you need it, take the tops of your feet and take it into the loops and come into a plank position. With the plank, your shoulders are over your wrists and your legs are strong back behind you. Your feet are right underneath your anchor point. We start by coming into our pikes. So lift the hips, look back at your feet. Get your hips up as high as you can. And we meet back in the plank. Don't let your low back sink down. You want to stay hollowed out through the belly. 10 planks or pikes. Rest if you need to, and then we'll do tucks. Knees to chest, lift the hips high. Round through the back, think cat spine here. Exhale as you draw the knees in. Then after your tucks, we're doing pendulums. Since we're moving from side to side, we're going to do 10 per side. So we're gonna take our knees to the right and then our knees over to the left. Right, left, right, left. 20 total, 10 per side. After our pendulum swings, we're gonna come back on our feet for some single leg lunges. Now, for your single leg lunges, we're gonna move into single hand mode, or today, I'm just gonna take one of my handles here, because when I put 2 of them together, I have a hard time balancing. Yikes! Stick the top of your foot into the handle of the strap. Now, very good. You're going to lunge back, putting pressure in the top of the back foot, and then come back up. So lunge back, come back up. Lunge back, come back up. And you want to make sure your anchor point is right back behind you. Otherwise, you're going to have a hard time balancing. 10 on the left and 10 on the right. I'll show you the other side as well, just in case it's a different angle for you. Again, where my TRX is in my room is not ideal for making videos, but we'll get the job done. Foot presses down, come back up. Foot presses down, come back up. Knee follows ankle. After you do 10 on each side, we're gonna do rows. So you'll have your TRX set up at a longer setting. I have to shorten mine just for camera angles right now. But your body's going to be long. And remember, you wanna start like you're going to finish. So I'm gonna finish with my body in a plank position, elbows pulling back. So that means I start right back here. Pull, pull, pull. It's a low row. To make it harder, walk your feet closer to your anchor point. Squeeze your back. Pull the elbows behind the ribs. 10 rows. Then we have 10 push-ups. So you're gonna be facing away from your anchor points. We start like we want to finish. So I want to finish here, my body in a plank, my arms long. Lower down to your push-up, press away. Keep your wrists nice and long. I'll show you what you don't want to do. You don't want to break them. See how my wrists are breaking here? No, back of the wrist is long. Lead with the chest. Squeeze, like where your armpits and your chest meet, that's where you want to squeeze, and also the center of your chest. To make this harder, walk your feet farther back. To make it easier, lift up. Very good. 10 of those. Then we have a Y fly. This is like my favorite move. So we're working our rear delts. Again, I'm going to shorten just for camera angles here. Your arms come to a Y shape. So remember, we start like we want to finish. We want to finish with our arms extended overhead, shoulders down the back, away from the ears. So we begin right here. Arms come up to a Y. Think rear delts here, pulling you up. To make it harder, walk your feet in closer. So your bigger range of motion. Ooh, to make it easier, walk your feet back. Shorter range of motion. We want to keep our arms nice and straight here. I really love this exercise. Then after our Y flies, we got tricep extensions. We want to start with our wrists, our arms in line with our forehead here. So we start like we want to finish. This is how we want to finish. So we bend our elbows, take your forehead towards the handles, straighten the arms. Do not let your elbows wing out to the sides. Keep elbows right in line with the shoulders. Again, the wrists are long, spine is long, core is engaged. You'll notice my back stays nice and full here. And then we finish off with bicep curls. Start how we finish, right? That's our mantra for TRX. We finish like this for a bicep curl. Elbows in line with shoulders. Reverse the movement. This is the starting point now. Curl. Curl. Keep those elbows up. Elbows up and elbows in. To make it harder, feet come towards the anchor point, towards your anchor point. Squeeze. Squeeze to make it easier. You might need to lighten it up by round 3. Walk your feet out a little bit. So 10 reps for everything, you guys. Take a short rest if you need one. Start back up at the top with your 10 squats and go through it 3 times through. Have a great workout.